Cornerstone Chapel in Northern Virginia near Washington, D.C. Just really one of thousands of churches he would visit around the world in his short life, encouraging Christians to rise up and get involved with government and local politics to ensure freedom based on biblical truth. This Friday, Charlie was supposed to speak at a conference with the lead pastor of that church, Cornerstone, Gary Hamrick in Tennessee, and that conference will go on as scheduled in honor and memory of Charlie's life and legacy. And joining us this morning is Pastor Gary with more on what this all means for Charlie's movement and ministry moving forward. And full disclosure, Pastor, I do attend Cornerstone too. Good to have you this morning. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Jan. Thanks for having me.
I know Charlie, I know he's a friend to you. What was it about him that initially drew you two together? And why did you decide to host conversations with him there at Cornerstone? Why was that so important to you?
You know, what first drew me towards Charlie was just his love for God and country. We both just have a deep love for America, and we have a deep love for Jesus and his word. And we want people to understand the saving grace of Jesus Christ. And that clip you played, that was exactly Charlie's heart. That's my heart. And so that's why we first connected. And he came to our church just to share that balance between, you know, what can we do with our faith to influence the world, to make a difference in our culture. And Charlie was a man who basically, his biblical views shaped his political views that challenged the cultural views. And that's a good thing for America.
Yeah, and what's interesting is you kind of have this unique perspective on Charlie's life because you knew him for years. So you saw how really in the past few years he had grown much closer to Jesus and become really more rooted in his faith and more vocal about that. How pivotal do you think that was to the success of his organization, Turning Point USA?
Yeah, you know, Charlie's growth in his faith was the reason why he ended up starting Turning Point Faith as an arm of TPUSA, because he wanted to also integrate his faith with his political views, because he saw that those two things were inextricably linked. In other words, our faith should shape our values, our faith should shape our views, and for Charlie, that's how it worked. His faith shaped his political views, and he just wanted to make an impact in the culture.